In this episode, I take my first solo road trip. After a decade building a life on my own terms, I turned a photography hobby into a thriving career and restored a vintage caravan into an off-grid home to embark on a nomadic lifestyle. The moment I've been longing for has finally arrived, but am I actually ready for life on the road? Is my 45-year-old caravan equipped for the obstacles ahead? That's scary. And how will life on the road, travelling with dogs and chickens, unfold? Driving a little bit at the moment over some bumpy tracks, hence why I'm bouncing all over the place. It's taken me literally like 6 years to renovate my caravan and get it road ready, and finally we're on the road. So the caravan is completely off grid and we're ready to live a nomadic lifestyle. However, as soon as I leave where I've lived for the past 12 years, where I've built my career as a photographer, where my business reputation is based, I don't necessarily have any income. So I wanted to be like really transparent and share this journey with you guys, because there's so many people out there who are sharing their lifestyle online like this, but they fail to kind of talk about the financial aspect. And I think that there's a lot of people, including myself, who want to just like hit the road and have nothing holding them back and just travel wherever you want, whenever you want. But unfortunately, the reality is it costs money, and how do you actually afford to do that? My first trip took me about an hour northwest of Brisbane to a 76-acre property designed for off-grid campers just like me. Each morning I woke to a misty sunrise and the echoes of a farmer herding cattle through the paddocks in the valley. The past few months preparing for life on the road have been pretty intense. I enrolled in a full-day caravan towing course and practiced manoeuvring the caravan on local trips during pet sitting stays. I've been gradually introducing my chickens to this nomadic lifestyle, and now they seem to understand that the caravan is their new home. Before setting out on this trip over Christmas, I enjoyed the comfort of a traditional home during another pet sitting stay. This stay made me question why I don't desire to live in a traditional home like most, and I think it's because I crave a new view each day when I open my door. I love making art and living inside my work. A phrase I'm constantly reminding myself now is to feel the fear and do it anyway. And that's precisely how I'm kicking off this year. Hello. No, it's just the camera. But there is a cow just down there, Miss Lou. Hey? It's very hot and we're trying to keep cool in the creek here on this beautiful property. We've been here a couple of days now, just settling in, getting used to living out of reception actually. So lucky we have Starlink. I don't know if you guys can see it up on the roof there, but we're pretty much just using Starlink to be able to communicate with anyone. And we do have a couple of storms rolling in this afternoon. So every time a storm rolls in, we actually have to unplug Starlink. We got very noisy neighbours, as you can hear. Every time a storm rolls through, we have to unplug Starlink and take it off the roof because we don't want lightning to hit it, because then we won't have any form of communication with the outside world. So we're here for a couple of days, and I'm actually doing some work for this private property owner, as in I've traded, I get 4 nights stay, 5 days, 4 nights, and in return I'm capturing heaps of content for them to use to advertise this camping location. I have to tow the caravan up a very steep bitumen driveway, which is kind of narrow at spots as well, so I'm a little bit nervous about that. But I'll bring you guys along, hopefully I can make it up there. The narrow driveway really intimidated me, but I reassured myself whatever the outcome, it would be an opportunity for growth. Just like this climb, our journeys may seem uncertain, but embracing the unknown and trusting the process can lead us to destinations beyond our expectations. The best surprises often await just around the corner. This trip to Rosedale Estate was intended to prepare me for a big trip I'm heading off on in a few weeks' time, giving me the opportunity to practice towing in many different conditions, building my confidence and fine-tuning my setup. So today is raining and I actually have to leave this hip camp and move to another caravan park that I've booked for a couple of days. The reason I'm leaving this place is because I kind of want to shower. It's been 5 days since I've had one. I've just been having like a bird bath. So it'll be nice to actually wash my hair, which very much needs a wash at the moment, and connect to power so that I can actually do some work on my computer. Normally I wouldn't have to do that, but we do have some cloudy weather the next couple of days. And so if I'm sitting on my computer all day doing the amount of work that I need to do, I'm going to drain my batteries because they're not going to be able to keep up with what I'm using because it's cloudy. Normally if it's sunny, it's not a problem at all. I can actually sit on my computer all day and it doesn't even deplete my batteries at all. It just maintains it. But I also didn't bring my portable panels on this trip, so I can't put them out to top up my power in cloudy weather. So that's something that I'll definitely remember to bring next time. But yeah, just put my boots on. I'm going to go and pack the chickens away. I'll show you guys how I actually do that. And hitch the van up and try and go down this steep hill, which I'll tell you about in a second. All right, time to pack these chicks away. Let me show you guys how I actually do that. So all of these products, I'm actually going to create a page on my website that has a link to all of the products that I've bought to create this little traveling chicken coop. I kind of just went shopping on Amazon and found different bits and pieces that were kind of matching what I was imagining in my head when I thought about designing a way to travel with the chooks. So all of them, you can't like kind of buy this as one big package. Maybe that's something that I could create in the future, I don't know. But at the moment you buy them all individually and put it all together. So I've got a dog crate with a cover. And I've also got this playpen that has a cover on it, a little bit of shade, and then it's got like a shade cloth area as well, just to sort of stop, I guess, other birds coming along and annoying them and the chickens flying out. So what I have to do first is get the chickens back into the crate to be able to put them in the car to travel. So learning how to do this actually took me a little while. I had to kind of put them in here and play around and figure out how they're going to sort of react and how this sort of works best. So because the bottom of this playpen has like little points on the bottom, whatever you call it, the fencing, I can actually like push it down into the grass, which is what I do just to sort of secure it so that if we have wind or something, it doesn't, I guess, blow it away. So I try to do this as nicely as possible to sort of not distress them, but basically I just pull it. So, and then as I'm pulling it, I'm folding it. Good girls. And we've done this quite a few times now, so they seem to be learning what to do. So as you can see, like they've just gone in. No, you can't sneak out. They're very smart. Chickens are smarter than you think. Come on girls, you gotta go in. Good babies. See, and then they've gone in, and then I just shut the little crate door. And that's that, they're in. It's as easy as that. And then this thing here is a bit awkward, but you just pretty much fold it up. And if you're worried about predators while I'm traveling, we've got Miss Luna here, who's the chicken's guardian. Absolutely obsessed, aren't you, Luna? Hey? So this is the little chicken setup. I just filmed me putting this away, but realized my microphone wasn't working, so I'll just talk you guys through it. So this fits in here like this. That's the playpen that gives them fresh grass to kind of walk around on. And then this is the crate that fits into here nicely. So when buying the crate, I could have gone a bigger size, but as you can see, this fits perfectly into the dog cage. So this crate actually also fits perfectly through my front door, which was something that I thought was important because depending on where I'm staying, I might need to put the chickens inside with me if there's like some kind of threat outside, or if it's cold or there's a storm. I don't know what reason, but there might be a reason why I need to bring them inside. So anyway, they're whinging because they're not happy in here. So I try to actually leave them till last. Chickies, hey? I try to leave them till last so that we kind of just hitch up and go and I can get them out as quick as possible. Yes, chicks, we will get there soon. I'm always terrified that I'm going to forget something, so, sorry to make you dizzy, I'm doing a walk around to make sure all the windows are shut, everything's unplugged, and I'm not forgetting anything. So far so good, but you've always got to check twice. Maybe even 3 times, especially if you're by yourself. I always get the sense that I'm forgetting something when I'm hitching the caravan up. I guess that's normal and probably a good feeling actually. It's better than assuming that I've got it all right. So what I'm doing at the moment is just reversing up to the caravan so that I can hitch it. Trying to actually do this and film at the same time. The third walk around. Safety chains on, pin on, DO35 locked, handbrake off. We've got all of these connected. We have the jockey wheel off. It's looking good. All of these are locked. Windows are all shut. Stabilizers are up. Chocks are removed. Windows are shut. Stabilizers are up. Starlink is off the roof. So we're saying goodbye to this beautiful hip camp. We only stayed up here one night just because the weather's kind of poor, and I couldn't get up here for a few days because there was a threat of a storm, and yeah, so it would be nice to stay up here a bit longer, but I think maybe mid-year in winter would be better. Okay, so the reason I'm actually nervous about towing the caravan down the hill is quite obvious if you guys were here and you saw how steep the hill is. So for a few days I actually didn't tow the van up to this really beautiful spot because it was raining, and I was a little bit worried about towing the caravan up. There was also a storm threat with strong winds, and someone on New Year's Eve only less than 2 weeks ago had their camping setup totally destroyed in this exact spot. So yeah, it's not ideal for storms up here. So it's the first time I'm actually towing the caravan down a hill this steep, and there's some wind around. It's not too strong, but I did notice yesterday when I was flying the drone that coming up the hill there was a section where the wind was like a little more intense. So I'll have to take it obviously really slow, potentially turn the brakes up on the caravan. I don't know if that's the right thing to do. I'm assuming so if I need it. But also because it's been raining, it's going to be obviously slippery. So yeah, wish me luck. Let's hope I can make it to the bottom. Okay, I'm a bit nervous. I'm nervous because I had it in full drive and on the grass because it's a bit wet. It was slipping a little bit. I know bitumen will be completely different, but it still makes me really nervous because I'm all by myself. Okay, so I'm actually engine braking, so I've got it in first gear, and I'm gonna literally go that slow down the hill. So far so good, but what my fear is the brakes overheating. Oh, so scary. Because like if that happened, I'd just crash. If my brakes failed, like what do you do? So I have electric brakes on my caravan, which I've turned them up higher than what I would if I was just like driving on the road. So the caravan's also braking, and I have it in first gear, and then obviously I'm braking the car too. The road, like the bitumen part of the road, is also really narrow, so I have to like keep a really good eye on my mirrors to make sure that the caravan's tires are actually on. I've got a cow next to me. Are actually on the bitumen, because I'm assuming that if they're on the grass, they're obviously not going to be as efficient. I'm probably overreacting. There's probably a lot of you watching this who are skilled towers, and you're just like, Jesus Christ, Amy, like. But once I'm down here, honestly, it'll be such a relief. Ooh, it's so scary. Okay, we're nearly down the bottom. Then at the bottom, oh yeah, wheels are, see what I mean? That's scary. I think that's because my wheels went onto the grass and I had to go onto the grass because, oh dear, come on caravan, get back on the bitumen. Oh, that was stressful. I couldn't really explain what was happening, but basically I had to take the corner kind of wide, and because I had to take it wide, I had to put my car's wheels on the grass, and when I did that and I was turning, it was starting to sort of slip a bit, and then the caravan's wheels went onto the grass, and that was stressful. But look, we're nearly at the bottom. We're literally like 200 meters from the bottom. We've made it past all the big scary bits. If you're interested in seeing behind the scenes exclusive content, your name mentioned in my video credits, or early access to my YouTube videos, you might like to consider becoming a patron. By becoming a patron, you're not just joining a community, you're also financially supporting my video production and my nomadic lifestyle moving forward. To become a patron, follow the link in my description below this video. Until next time, thank you for your support, and I'll see you in my next episode.